We are back with our experts from AARP, Mark Hensley and Seth Buffelli, answering your fraud and scam related questions. Mark, this is one that we all have known very well over the last couple of years. Why can they call us over and over? From the phone company can't stop them telling me that my car warranty has expired.
So we've already talked about blocking numbers if you're using a mobile device. The other thing is just because your phone rings doesn't mean you need to answer it. Let it go to voicemail, ignore it long enough, and it will eventually go away because they're not getting anywhere with you.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. People think that they want to press one to make them stop calling you or stop texting you or whatever, and you should never respond in any way, shape, or form.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Seth, let's talk about this. You might want to talk about women who are being taken by men, communicating with them for a month or so in these romance scams.
Yeah, that's one. And it's not just women, too. It's men. And so a lot of this stuff, a lot of people think, hey, I'm not looking for a date. I'm not on a dating app, so I should be safe. A lot of this stuff happens on social media. My wife got one of these friend requests, and she's like, I got this creepy friend request. And I said, oh, was it from a man in uniform? How did you know that? So for women, the way this usually presents, especially if you like veteran causes, if like maybe you have some patriotic pictures on your profile, you'll get a friend request from either an older looking retired Army gentleman or maybe a young service member. And so it'll start off as a friendship. They'll ask to move kind of off of that technology platform. They'll want to text. They'll just develop this relationship, and then all of a sudden there'll be a problem. They need money. They're coming to see you, but something got canceled, and so they'll kind of slow play it for a while, create that bond, create that relationship, and then they'll come in for money. For guys, it kind of works the other way around. They still do the same thing. They create the relationship, but a lot of times for guys, what they ask for is, hey, I have this great opportunity. I've been making a lot of money investing in cryptocurrency, and I think you can help too. And so then they'll kind of show you, oh, you put in $500, you've already made 10,000. Now's the time to go in. And so a lot of times these things start innocently when we're not suspecting it, but eventually they always get around to asking for money. And that's the hard thing. You might have somebody that you think is the love of your life, but the moment they start asking for money is the moment that alarm bells should be going off in your head.
Yeah, and that's tough, especially when you've had a relationship or what you thought was a relationship for a while. Mark, let's talk about when people call you and tell you that something has happened on your account.
Okay, if you hear nothing else today, your bank or credit card will not call you or send you a text. I got one today from a banking institution that said, we need to talk to you about these charges. I deleted it and blocked the number. I also got a call saying, I'm with your bank. Give me the rest of this credit card number. They knew the first 4 digits because that is easy information to find out, but they wanted the rest of it. I hung up, turned my card over, called the bank, and they said, no, we never call you directly. So if it is, they're using pressure, intimidation, and putting fear into you that someone is accessing your information. And in turn, what they're doing is hoping you will spill the beans and give out the full card and the expiration date. And then next thing you know, you've got charges on your card that have been done by these criminal scammers.
Yeah, so take a deep breath and call the number directly off your card or look on your Amazon account online yourself. Don't trust that link or anything. All right, Seth, what about this one? They say, why is it sometimes that I get an email for someone like Norton when I still have to block it or I have to do like Microsoft updates?
Yeah, so that's important. Mark was talking about people already having his personal information. In North Carolina, I was looking last year, 22% of all scams reported were about identity theft. So it's important to know that our information is out there. So having things like, fraud alert, credit alert, that sort of stuff is important. Those pop-ups, though, that's really important. So much of our life is connected to the internet. Our TVs are, our computers are, our phones are. And it could be annoying. I'm feeling I'm always updating that software. But every time you get that message, make sure you take it, because that software update is patching vulnerabilities that scammers are using to get into your devices.
Yeah, but to protect yourself, don't hit any kind of link. Go to your settings and update it from there. And that way you know for sure that it's the real deal. Mark and Seth, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. If you missed any of this, including the Fraud Network Hotline, that's going to be in the 2 Wants to Know section.